if you're like me, you've been around horses for a little bit, or maybe you haven't been around horses at all, you struggle with confidence sometimes. I think it happens to all of us at some point. We're all going to struggle with our confidence and some anxiety at some points in our careers and in our lives. And sometimes we have to deal with that. So today I'm going to talk about it a little bit because I don't really talk about it much. But I really struggle with it sometimes. And I've got Chevelle here today because she's one of my personal horses that I've struggled with confidence with a little bit because, well, she's the only one of my personal horses that I've ever had that has actually bucked me off. When we were first getting to know each other, she got me off a couple times and I couldn't understand why. I didn't know what I was doing different or wrong. I'd been training for years professionally and I did nothing different with her. We just needed to figure each other out a little bit more, and I think we're getting there. We're getting to the point where we're feeling a lot more comfortable about each other in general. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how I got through some of that and how I pushed through that, because when you're struggling with your confidence a little bit, you ultimately have two choices. You can either push through it, which is what I've chosen to do. Push through it and learn to live around it and get through it together. Or you can, if you feel like you're not going to be able to do it with that particular horse, you can find that horse another home and get yourself a horse that you're more comfortable with. Either way, there's nothing wrong with one or the other. Some horses and some people just don't click, and if that be the case, I mean, don't make yourself miserable over it. Don't make your horse miserable over it. And if it's best for that horse to go to another home, then that may be the case. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't feel sorry. Don't feel like you've failed that horse in some way. I've had horses that I've owned that we just never click, and I've had to find them a new home because I've had them for a couple years and we just can't click together. Like, I just don't feel that connection that I do with some of the others. And I find them a new home, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But if you choose to push through it and you want to get over it with that horse in particular, or horses in general, I mean, if it's not even just one particular horse, but just horses in general, if that be the case, I would suggest that you build your confidence on a horse that you know you can trust. And you know the horse, or you know somebody who knows the horse very well, and they can help you get through your fears. And then you can move on to other horses, or you can move on back to that original horse that maybe you're a little more unsure of, your confidence is really shaken with. I mean, that's kind of what I had to do. I had to go back and build myself up. After I had my daughter in 2017, I had a couple tough horses that summer, and I came off a lot more than I'm proud of. Cracked my collarbone, and it just really shook me. My body had changed after giving birth, and I had changed a little bit, and I didn't feel myself. So it took some time for me to build myself back up and just spend some time with my own horses where I was comfortable, and getting back to the point where I feel like I could get back into training and get back into riding and breaking for other people. But it took some time getting there, and it's still a work in progress. It's been 3 years, and I'm a lot more careful now. I don't just get on anything that moves anymore like I kind of used to. I spend a lot more time focusing on groundwork and making sure they're ready before I ever get on them. Because now I've realized that I've got a daughter to look out for, and I'm a mother, and apparently a large amount of anxiety comes with that job, and that was not in the job description. So I struggle with anxiety. I struggle with lack of confidence sometimes. And I just want you to know that, it's okay. It's totally fine. And if you want to, like I was saying earlier, if you want to push through it with your horse, you want to work on pushing through it, I encourage you to do as much groundwork as you possibly can, because that, in my opinion, is one of the best ways to not only build your confidence back up with your horse, but also strengthen that relationship with him or her. When you strengthen your relationship with that horse, you're getting to know him or her a lot better. They're getting to know you a lot better. You're learning the language that he speaks a lot better than when you just get on and you just ride. I mean, you work your way back up to that, or you send your horse to a trainer if they need more training. You take lessons if you feel like you need lessons and words of encouragement. You seek out videos like this one, and I thank you for watching. I'm going to try and do more videos like this where I talk a little bit more, and I want to get more connected with my viewers, because there's a lot going into this, and this is a big commitment in your life. If you're in this for the long haul, and you're in this not just because you like horses, you think they're pretty, I think I'll own one. Oh, now I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know if I want to stick with it. If you really want to get into this and you want to stay in this, you're going to struggle with confidence sometimes, and that's okay. That's normal. These are big, powerful animals. I'd be nervous for you if you weren't a little scared occasionally. So, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit with you. I'm going to have a video coming up soon that focuses a little bit more on exercises that you can do with your horse to not only build their confidence and relieve some of their anxiety, but also your own. Because if they aren't nervous or excited or anxious or anything, chances are you're going to be able to get over your anxiety a lot easier too. So keep an eye out for that video, and please contact us if you have any questions or concerns. If you want to talk about anything, please let us know. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we have an email address, so feel free to reach out to us. And check out our DVDs that are being offered. You can check out our website at www.daisy-horsemanship.com and daisy-horsemanship@gmail.com. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the ride.